Thank you for having me once again.
Right, good to have you. Now, of course, right here in the studio with me, I have none other but the most ferocious legal luminary, Justice Ojieno. How are you doing, my brother?
I'm doing fine. It's my pleasure to join you.
It's good to see you. It's been a while.
You. Yeah, indeed.
It's been a while. You've
been here and there, looking for the pasture everywhere.
All right. Well, let me begin with you before I connect with my brother at the Abuja studio. Now, what does President Tinubu's decision to sack the service chiefs suggest about his approach to leadership and national security from your standpoint?
Okay, if I also have to go by the speculations making the rounds, it means that he's closing in the ranks and he's trying to indeed strengthen the discipline within the army. Of course, the speculation was that there was a coup. Well, of course, the defense came out to say that it was 16 officers that were being disciplined for malfeasance, various levels of malfeasance. And I dare say I want to believe them, because I know that if it were a coup, we won't be talking about reshuffling or minor punishments or prosecution, because the punishment for a coup, must be reminded, is that is death. So if anybody tries anything as heinous as that, they will be roundly and square. So I do not really feel that there was anything significant in the ranks of a coup with respect to what happened. So when it comes to him reshuffling, of course, a lot of statements have also been made as to the fact that the positions that were just reshuffled were appointment positions. They were not political positions. They were tenured positions. Nobody's supposed to be there for more than 2 years. And of course, maybe at the pleasure of the president, they can stay longer. We must remember that Section 130 of our Constitution maintains the president as the commander-in-chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Meaning that if even there is any law that says that they should stay for 2 years, maybe the Army Act, or they should stay for 4 years, or they should stay for anyhow longer, in the president's position as the commander-in-chief, he reserves the right to terminate any of them for any good reason or for no reason whatsoever.
All right. Well, Ibrahim Garba, quickly now, critics were more concerned about the rumored coup other than being happy that the service chiefs were changed towards a positive drive to improve security. I thought the intention is to see our insecurity handled in the best possible way. So what exactly do you think is going on right now?
Mark, I will not be sold that narrative that maybe because there were rumors of a coup and all that. No, we are not at war. The military have an engagement, and their duty is to go fish out those bandits and all other elements that are trying to declare themselves a sovereign state within a sovereign nation. You understand? So it is on that basis they were assigned roles. And CG Musa, who was relieved, was given a standing order that, look, this is the way to go. And he is fully financed, and he now begins his operations, taking into consideration that he has other service chiefs he's working with. He needed the services of the Army. He needed the services of the Navy, the Air Force, to combat all these where they are necessary. And again, it's not just that. He has to engage the services of general office commanders within those areas. So, and Mr. President coming on board, his mandate is to make sure that the country is safe and the communities are safe from bandits, and that we should go about our normal businesses as it's supposed to be. So giving CG Musa and his team the task as, okay, you have a timeline. And within this window period, I want to see the execution of the plan, because every military operation begins with a plan. And Mr. President is strategic about that. He wants to make sure that the country is safe. So giving CG Musa and the same timeline, and when he discovered, yes, the assignment I gave you, as Richie speak, the next thing to do is, okay, let me bring in another change so that other people can also come in and let us have a feel of what they can do and do better. And that is the situation. And I'm happy the decision he has taken by picking personnel from the 4 zones, 4 corners of the country is balanced. I commend Mr. President for that initiative, for that foresight, because you can see in the past people will gossip, my people were not affected, or maybe he's sentimental, is in appointment and all that. All that has been taken care of. So we see new faces coming on board, and we're going to see a renewed spark towards eliminating these cases of banditry and all that. So I think it's commendable. We should salute Mr. President. But again, for me, that is just one way. The breaking news I want to say, Mark, is the same thing should happen within the cabinet. Mr. President should step his feet on the ground because we want to see something happening in the country. The cabinet is so porous. Let me use that word. Because what Mr. President is doing is not trickling down. We're not seeing this thing. We're not feeling the impact at the subnationals. So we want to see another pragmatic move. I like it when it's Fridays, Mark. Anytime it's Friday, I always pray to see something, breaking news in this country. And Mr. President has never disappointed me. So I want to see next Friday or any other Friday for another breaking news to happen so that we know the system is working and Mr. President has put his feet on the ground because Nigeria must work. Mark.
All right, thank you very much. Now, just as before we ride off from this topic, you can tell Garba is saying, look, the appointments were balanced. There was no bias in any way as to seeing new faces to ensure that security now improves. But realistically, do you think that the service chiefs currently would be able to, hold sway with what we have? Or is the situation, the problem we are facing, is it rather political or deeper than that?
Okay, for me, I think it's a potpourri of all it's an amalgam of everything that you have mentioned.
All right.
And as to whether they will be able to deliver, first I have to say that I pray for them, and it will be my happiness for them to be able to deliver and probably even go above, higher and above their own predecessors. So having said that, I must also say that there are also other people within the architecture. We must remember that the ministers for defense are part of the architecture. The president is part of the architecture. I pray that the president gives them the resources and the political will, above all, to be able to make them perform. Yes, so if we get those, and of course a lot of other factors right, I think we'll be in a better position.
All right. Well, right now, let's take a breather, and when we return, the conversation continues.